It's one of my favorite days, Reptile Appreciation Day. No, it's not. Here to tell us how we can celebrate is Michael Ring from the Phoenix Herpetological. Say it for me. Herpetological. Thank you. Herpetological Sanctuary. And this is the thing, Michael. I like seeing reptiles from a distance. And I was worried that you were bringing something in. I'm also kind of worried that there might be a surprise jumping out at me, what these guys like to do when it comes to reptiles. But you brought in a turtle or a tortoise.
That's right. Yeah, I know you guys love tortoises. We did that Super Bowl race with a couple, so I thought we'd bring another one. And this one's pretty festive. As you can see, he's wearing his Halloween makeup.
And that's actually regular colors?
That's right, yes. This is a red-footed tortoise from South America.
So, all right, let's put him down here so we can see him move around here. I'll get down here with you, too. And we'll talk about this. So, when we talk reptiles, again, I'm thinking of snakes, I'm thinking of lizards, I'm thinking of that type of reptile. Are those reptiles, or is this more of a reptile?
That's absolutely it, yeah. So there's many different groups of reptiles. Tortoises and turtles are actually one of the oldest lineages of reptiles as well. They've been around for 230 million years. So, yeah, there's many different types of reptiles, including snakes, turtles, lizards, the etc. And we love all of them at the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary, so we're very grateful that you guys invited us out for Reptile Appreciation Day. You're covering the stories that matter.
I like that thing, and I like this kind of reptile. Even though, like I said, the other ones are great too, but that's why I was worried. I'm still keeping an eye out for one of those, you know.
Well, I remember I brought out that python and I scared you,
So let's talk about, as we grab the turtle and coming back here. So let's talk, what's the difference between a turtle and a tortoise?
So turtles and tortoises, the main rule of thumb is really where they live. Tortoises are terrestrial. They inhabit a bunch of different habitats on land. Some of them are exceptionally good burrowers, some of them not so much. This species lives in the jungles of the Amazon, so they can be found in the Amazon rainforest in South America and also on the islands of Trinidad and Tobago, funny enough.
So, and why do they have the red legs? Is that just their area, or?
You know, honestly, there isn't really a clear delineation why they have that special coloration on their legs. If I was to guess, I would say that the Amazon rainforest is a very colorful habitat in comparison to some of the more dull habitats, kind of like where our desert tortoises live here in Arizona. So I would say, if anything, they might help them blend in to the variety of colors on the forest floor.
Okay, let's do a very big warning, a very big, pretty much be what I want to say, demure with getting a turtle or a tortoise, because they live for a long time and they grow. And we were just talking about this before we came on, is that people get them as pets, and then all of a sudden they bring them to you because they don't realize how much they need room-wise, how they can get out, and digging that they do.
Absolutely.
And so this is very important. If you're thinking about having one of these as a pet, you really got to think about it, right?
Yes, that's right. In fact, this is a really important PSA. Thank you, Brad. At our sanctuary, we are actually home to 500+ giant sulcata tortoises, which those were the species I brought out for that Super Bowl race. This species, on the other hand, you know, they only live on average up to about 50 years, 70 at the most, which is a lot shorter in comparison to a century-year-old animal. And they only get to about the size of a loaf of bread in comparison. So much more of a reasonable commitment as far as a pet. And at our sanctuary, we always recommend people do their research before they decide to purchase any animal.
Yeah, that's very important when it comes to that. But yeah, these things, I've seen them wander the neighborhoods. How do they get out? How does a turtle get out and just wander the neighborhood?
They have an impressive level of strength, and for them, they're exceptional burrowers. So many times they burrow under people's walls, they bust open someone's gate, and unfortunately a lot of times people, when they decide they can't take care of them anymore, they don't really see the difference between an invasive African tortoise species and our native desert tortoise, and they decide to just release them into the wild. So we find them in all sorts of ways. I was actually telling one of your colleagues, on average, our facility will receive anywhere from 5 to 8 every week.
Wow, that's amazing. I'll tell you, it's beautiful. Well, we thank you for bringing them in. It is awesome. Really quick, when do they hibernate? I know I got to wrap it up. When will they start
hibernating? So these ones actually don't hibernate because their habitat is a lot more temperate. But yeah, you're great question, honestly.
So awesome.
Yeah.
Michael, thank you. It's Reptile National Day. Go and appreciate them over at the Herpetological Sanctuary.
We'll get it
there. All right. Hey, want more information? Check out the CW7AZ.com.